Good morning, my beautiful beauties and my wonderful lovelies. A pleasant Sunday morning to everyone. And if you have not yet surrendered your hearts, minds, and souls to Jesus, you can do so if you so desire. Just know that He's the best being that anyone can ever have, and that would be the best decision that you can ever make. All right, my beautiful people, listen. It is so funny how so many persons or so many people have, almost launched an attack against the murderer of George Floyd and Brianna and quite a few others. And some of them have been culpable in making the lives of others a living nightmare. Some of those persons who launched attacks, verbal attacks, and they talked about how evil and wicked the police officer was. And yes, he was. Do not get me wrong. Evil is not even a word to describe that man. And the others who stood by and watched him murder the man. They watched him take away the air from his body and prevented oxygen from coming in and did nothing. And it is so funny how they launched their verbal attacks and their protests and whatnot against the officers when they themselves have murdered others with their words. They have spread rumors. They have slandered on people. And slander is not actually lie. Slander is using the truth but with evil intent. So you know that if you spread a particular truth about somebody, it not only humiliates and embarrasses them, it can really, devastate their lives, almost to ruin and never to be resurrected, never to be returned, sort of a thing. Many of you have caused and contributed in others hating people without a cause. And this happens in Christendom, especially. That is part and parcel as to why many unbelievers and non-believers do not want to be a part of Christianity. It is easy for them to fall into other religions because they see a lot more love. I'm not saying that they don't have their issues, don't get me wrong. And you do have unbelievers who, have been guilty in tearing people apart with what they have done, what they have said. They may not have physically murdered, but psychologically they have murdered, mentally they have murdered, socially they have murdered, vocally they have murdered. And God says, I am the Lord who takes revenge. That is why He asks people not to do it, because you're going to repay for what you have done and said about others. Follow me on TikTok, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and repent.